Good evening. My name is Adam Cunningham. My information's on the speaker card. I'm a concerned Wilsonville citizen and a candidate for Wilsonville City Council. I was also recently honored to be called out by the taxpayer-funded city newspaper, the Boones Ferry Messenger. I was not featured in an expose for my volunteer work in the community or interviewed about my campaign for a seat on council, but instead I was honored for having my last public testimony questioned in the newly minted myth-busting section of the paper. This month's myth-busting section was disappointing. It was disappointing because it relied on a straw man argument that the town center plan adds 8,000 plus new residents to Wilsonville. It cited public testimony as one of the sources of supposed misinformation. Well, I was the only one to bring up that number in public testimony in recent history, and when I talked about the town center plan on August 5th. In my public testimony on August 5th, I said, I implore our city to honestly engage with our citizens to find out if citizens really want to add over 8,000 people into a small area in our city center. I said people, not residents, an important distinction that should not be used as a basis to strawman my arguments. I took those numbers from the city's own 2019 Town Center Findings Report. That report shows a projected 8,451 people in Town Center, including 3,831 residents. However, if you take a look at the 2021 Town Center plan, with its colorful charts and artist renditions of numerous 4- and 5-story buildings, you'll find that the total of number of residents being added to the town center area was scrubbed from that document and replaced with the letters N/A, leaving residents to guess at residential density plans and have to dig through other reports like I do. And in fact, there are some other interesting documents that only local government nerds like me would bother reading. These documents include Urban Renewal Task Force meeting minutes and the Town Center Urban Renewal Feasibility Study published in November of 2023. These documents show that between the task force meeting in June of 2023 and August of 2023, the commercial space and residential unit assumptions for funding Town Center increased by over 250%, 430,000 square feet there to 1.2 million here. They also increased the number of residences being built to 4,179. I sat down with city staff today and asked them if that number was a feasible number, and they said that number could be possible. That should scare every resident of our city. Thank you for my 3 minutes of freedom.
Hey Wilsonville, post-council meeting Adam here. That 3 minutes of freedom went really, really quickly, so I wanted to follow up with the rest of what I was going to say. I was kind of getting into the points that between the June and August urban renewal feasibility task force meetings in 2023, suddenly in that 2-month span, the amount of residences being looked at for urban renewal feasibility went from 1,600 up to over 4,000 at 4,179 units of residential, and a massive increase in the amount of commercial space that they were planning on for the town center project. Furthermore, on the day of the council meeting, I sat down with city staff and I asked them why there was such a big difference in that number. I was told in that meeting that they couldn't give any assurances that there wouldn't be 4,000 residential units being built in town center. That should be concerning to all of us. That's a very concerning number. I didn't move to Wilsonville in order to live in a dense urban landscape, and I don't think any of you did either. And I think it's time that our city honestly re-engages with the citizens and honestly presents the information of what the town center can actually be, so that we can make an informed decision on what we want to see the future of our town. Anyways, thanks for taking your time watching this video, tuning in, and being engaged with your community. It's important, And I look forward to seeing you out there and having conversations around this.